Right, good morning everyone, welcome to this week's video. So we're back down in the woods today. Today we're going to be looking at making a pine resin salve. We were out yesterday, so we collected all the pine resin, and I've got everything that we need in my bag to have a go at making this salve. Right, good morning everyone. So we're back down in the woods today. We were out yesterday. We done a bit of hunting around a different forest yesterday. We were in a pine forest yesterday, and we were out looking for pine resin. So we collected a load of that yesterday, and we're going to have a go at making a salve. If you remember from last week's video, we took a look at the new van that we brought, and we also had a look at some of the products from Vilma's in northern Sweden, which are the sort of natural products, you know, all made from natural resources, and one of those was a pine salve. So what I thought is I'll give that a go. Let's have a go at making one of those. So we collected a load of pine resin yesterday. I've got everything that I need in my bag here. I've got the Horizon stove and all the other gubbins that we need. That's about 10-15 more minutes walk, and we'll be down at the semi-permanent camp, and we'll give this a go. Right, here we are. It is a bit quaggy underfoot. I think I will have to move this a little bit later. It's alright during the summer down here, but you know, we've had tons and tons of rain at the moment, and this is a bit too quaggy. That was a bit of a pain. The wood is really, really wet. But we're there now. Right, let's get the water on the boil. Just got to clean this pot out a bit because I was making candles with this, so Just need to get the wax out of this pot, so I've just added a bit of water in there just so that the wax will sit on the top, and then we'll pour that out, and then we'll get the water on the boil, and we'll start to have a look at how we're going to purify the pine resin. Alright, so that's all the wax out of the pan, so we're just going to fill this up with water. We're probably about halfway actually. And then we'll look at how we're going to prep the pine resin now, because obviously when you pick the pine resin off the trees, what's happening there is that as it's running down the trees, all of the organic matter, like bits of bark, insects and stuff, is all getting stuck inside of the pine resin. So now we need to purify all of that, and there's a way that we do that. So what we'll do is we'll look at how we're going to purify the resin now. Right then, so while the water's on the boil there, we're going to get the resin prepped here. Come on, there's no food there. So all I've got here is a piece of cloth, a stone and my tub of resin, and all I'm going to do is just tip the resin into the cloth and then just add the stone, and then all I'm going to do is just tie that up and just close that up with a rubber band, and then that's just going to go in the water, and then that will slowly seep out, and because it's in the water it's going to float to the surface. Alright, if you look at the water now, you can just see all of the resin just coming out now, and that's going to sit on top of the water, and all I'm going to do is just collect it with a stick. Right, so what we're going to do now is I've got these two jars here. I'm basically just going to put these in the water here, just like a bain-marie really, and then in these jars we're going to have equal parts of lard, pine resin, and then I've also got a bit of pine tar to put in there as well. And then we've just got some pine tar here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the mix. So we'll just let that lard melt down. Just mix the pine tar into the resin. There's plenty more resin to collect off here, look. I've got this little snooze tin here, so this is a metal snooze tin, and I'm just going to pour the salve into that, and there we go. So let's get that in. Just heat that up to get a little bit more out of there. So there we go. Probably got about half a snooze tin on there, so it is a bit of a ball ache, I must say, getting that out of there. I probably put a bit too much pine tar into that, I think, but we'll see. I've still got a little bit more, so I can add some more in. So in general, I've quite enjoyed today. I mean, it has been an absolute ball ache, to be perfectly honest. I think I probably put a bit too much lard into it as well, needed a bit more resin into it, but I've enjoyed doing it. It's been good fun. Thanks for watching this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, as always, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button just in the centre here. And there's a couple of videos, as always, as well, just for you to take a look at. And we'll see you outdoors next week on the next one.